Welcome once again to Kottayam Don Bosco College. You are watching Bosco Campus Vision, the campus television channel of Kottayam Don Bosco College. And you are listening to the first lecture of Unit 2 of the syllabus, Informatics and Cyber Law. In this short lecture, we will be dealing with three important terms. The first term is data, the second term is information, and the third term is knowledge. What is data? Data is raw, unorganized facts that need to be processed. Data can be defined as a representation of any fact, representation of any concepts or instructions that are unorganized. They can be processed by a human being or an electronic machine. So, data is unorganized fact or concept or instructions that can be processed into useful information. Data is a plural form of the singular form datum. Datum means a single fact. So, data are a collection of facts. For example, the mark of a student is a data. When we process all the marks of a student and when we calculate an average, it becomes an information. So, data is a raw fact and information is converting this raw fact into useful form. So, when we process the raw data, it becomes useful and this useful data is known as information. The process of converting data into a useful form is known as data processing. So, what is data processing? It is a series of actions, a series of operations that will convert some raw input into useful output. So, the raw data is converted into useful informations using some operations like arithmetic operations or logical operations, some classifications, sorting, etc. The process of converting the raw data into useful information is called data processing. Now, let us talk about different forms of data. The first form of data is known as traditional data. Traditional data is alphanumeric data. Alphanumeric means it is a combination of alphabets and numbers. Now, this traditional data is used in file management systems and database management systems. These traditional data which is used in file management systems and database management systems can be easily sorted or can be easily retrieved. The second form of data is called text data. Text data is usually in the form of characters. It consists only of alphabets, and these text data is not very well handled in database management systems. The third form of data is called graphics. The graphical data includes drawings, charts, signatures, some logos, maps and so on. The graphics data is stored in bitmapped form. Images are the fourth form of data. Any object that has been scanned into a computer is an image data. Similarly, video is the fifth form of data. Videos are images in motion. The sixth form of data is the sound data and it requires more storage than text data. These are the six forms of data: the traditional data, text data, graphical data, images, video and sound. Having discussed what is a data, now let us talk about information. Very often people use data and information interchangeably. They are very often used as synonyms, but there is a difference between data and information. What is information? The data which has been converted into useful and meaningful form is information. Information is organized or classified data so that it has some meaningful values to the receiver. So, the processed data, the classified data, the organized data is called information. Information is very vital for the survival of organizations. We can compare data to raw material and information to finished products. So, data is like raw material and it needs to be processed to become useful. When the data is processed and placed in a context, it becomes meaningful. So, data is raw material, information is a finished product. When you process data, it becomes information, or we can say information is useful classified data. Gordon Davis defines information as data that has been processed into a form that is meaningful, so that the recipient, the user, can use it in his actions and in his decisions. The information generation process is represented in a diagram. On the left hand side you have the data, on the right hand side you have the information. Data is the input and information is the output. When data is input into the system and some processing methods are employed, the output will be information. There are some differences between data and information. Data is usually unorganized, disorganized and in disintegrated form, but information is properly arranged, classified and organized. The second difference is data is in the raw form, information is in finished form. The third difference is data cannot be understood or made use of by users, but information is understood and used by the users. The fourth difference is that data does not depend upon information, but information is based on and is derived from data. Having discussed what is data and what is information, now let us talk about knowledge. What is knowledge? Knowledge is a familiarity with someone or familiarity with something. This can include maybe facts, information, descriptions or skills acquired through experience and study. So, knowledge is familiarity gained, maybe of a person, maybe of a fact, maybe of a skill. It can refer to the theoretical or practical understanding of a subject. For example, when a person knows how to swim or when a person knows how to drive a car, it is knowledge. It is the personal information of a person. It is gained through familiarity. The knowledge is usually based on learning, on thinking and proper understanding of the problem area. We can say knowledge is derived from information. In the same way, information is derived from data. And where is the knowledge stored? We can say information is stored in electronic machine, but the personally gained knowledge is stored in the human brain. It is a brain that will connect all the informations together. So, the knowledge is stored in human brain. Now, let us talk about different types of knowledge. The first type of knowledge is known as personal knowledge. Personal knowledge is gained by acquaintance. For example, when I say, I know Kottayam, this knowledge is gained by my visit to Kottayam, my acquaintance with the place Kottayam. Or when I say, I know Mohanlal, this knowledge is gained by acquaintance with that person. So, the first type of knowledge is personal knowledge, knowledge gained by acquaintance. The second type of knowledge is called procedural knowledge. What is procedural knowledge? This is the knowledge how to do something. People say that they know how to swim or they know how to drive. They are not claiming about some theoretical knowledge, but that they are saying that they know how to do swimming, they know how to do driving. They are claiming that they actually possess the skills involved and that they are able to do these things. So, what is procedural knowledge? Knowledge of how to do things, knowledge how to do something. The third type of knowledge is not propositional knowledge. What is propositional knowledge? Propositional knowledge is knowledge about facts. When we say things like, I know that the internal angles of a triangle, when you add all the internal angles of a triangle, we get 180 degrees. This is a knowledge about a fact. Or when I say, I know that it was you ate my sandwich, this is a knowledge about facts. So, the third type of knowledge is propositional knowledge. This is knowledge about facts. The fourth type of knowledge is known as explicit knowledge. What are explicit knowledge? Explicit knowledge are officially written down, officially codified and formalized knowledge. This type of knowledge is available in documents, in textbooks, or it is available in some kind of databases, notes, etc. The formalized codified knowledge is known as explicit knowledge. The fifth type of knowledge is known as tacit knowledge. We said the explicit knowledge is officially written down, codified knowledge. But tacit knowledge is non-codified and often experience-based knowledge. This knowledge is present in the mind of the people. It is not written down. Tacit knowledge is found in the minds of human scholars, and it includes cultural beliefs or values or attitudes or mental models, or it also includes some skills and capabilities. So while explicit knowledge is officially written down, codified knowledge, tacit knowledge is not codified. It is present in the mind of the people. It includes some kind of cultural beliefs, values, skills, etc. The sixth type of knowledge is known as internal knowledge. Internal knowledge is a knowledge generated inside an organization. It is generated either through research or development or experience or survey. So, knowledge generated within an organization is known as internal knowledge. The seventh type of knowledge is external knowledge. What is external knowledge? This is the knowledge that is collected from outside to meet the information requirements of the organization. And the eighth type of knowledge is known as web-based knowledge. What is web-based knowledge? Knowledge collected through the internet or knowledge collected through the network is referred to as web-based knowledge, the knowledge that is collected from internet. These are the different types of knowledges. So we have come to the end of the first lecture of Unit 2, and we have discussed three small concepts: data, information and knowledge. Data is unorganized facts. They are raw facts. When you process data, you get information. So information is processed data, purified data, useful data. From data, you get information. From information, you get knowledge. Knowledge is the personal familiarity with the persons, things, skills, etc. We also have discussed the different forms of data and different types of knowledge. I hope this video was useful to you. Thank you for your patient listening, and we will meet soon for our next lecture.